And the people of NPP, together with President Barrow, will connive to suppress the will of the Gambian people, to take the Gambian people back into a dictatorship. The 2026 election cannot be among three people. It must be among the Gambian people and the National People's Party. Let us see who really represents the people of the Gambia for a third term. This is unacceptable to the Gambian citizenry, as a sign of frustration and desperation from a citizenry that sees its country heading towards the wrong direction. Good morning, fellow Gambians. My name is Kemo and on behalf of PAC today, I want to greet all the ladies and gentlemen here present, the press, distinguished invited guests, representatives of civil society, public stakeholders, and fellow Gambians. Good morning, and thank you for honoring our invitation to this important press conference conveyed by the People's Alliance for Change, PAC. Today marks a significant moment for our alliance as we take another bold step towards strengthening political participation, national unity, and civic engagement in the Gambia. The formation of PAC is rooted in a shared desire to build a platform that brings together diverse voices, movements, and committed citizens to genuine national transformation. We are gathered here today to update the public on the level of preparations undertaken by PAC in recent weeks, clarify our mission, our vision, and organizational direction as a unified national alliance, introduce the interim coordinating leadership structure responsible for steering PAC during the transitional phase, provide a space for open dialogue through question and answer with the media and citizens here present. PAC firmly believes that political process must be transparent, accountable, and rooted in the will of the people. This press conference reflects our commitment to openness and public engagement. PAC is built on simple but powerful principles to restore integrity, justice, and development in the Gambia through inclusive leadership and citizen-centered governance. Our objectives include promoting democratic values and national unity, strengthening youth and women participation in leadership, advocating for transparent public service delivery, providing a platform for collaboration and among progressive movements, championing economic and social political reforms. As part of our initial phase, PAC has established an interim coordinating leadership team to guide our activities before a full executive structure is finalized. This interim team will manage communications, policy directions, coordination, mobilization, and strategic planning until the restructuring process is completed next week. We highlight PAC is not a closed group, but an open alliance welcoming credible Gambians, organizations, and movements that share values and a vision for national progress. We recognize the essential role the media plays in strengthening democracy and accountability. As such, we want to reassure all journalists and media houses that PAC remains committed to working cooperatively, transparently, and respectfully with the press. We also appreciate your role in amplifying national conversations and ensuring public access to truthful information. In the coming days, PAC will launch a series of national outreach engagements, release our initial policy framework for public scrutiny, expand consultations with civil societies, youth groups, and political actors, and announce the full executive structure of PAC after the restructuring process. This alliance is a collective effort. Its success depends on the active involvement of all Gambians who seek a better future, one built on justice, opportunity, and responsible governance. We thank you once again for being here. Your interest, your coverage, and continued dialogue will help strengthen our democracy. We look forward to your questions during the interactive session shortly. I thank you all for your attention. Starting from the very top of governance, His Excellency President Adama Barrow, the emergence of PAC should serve as a moment of reflection a moment of reflection for the head of state to understand that this is the Gambia we inherited back in 2016. We deserved a new constitution, which was supposed to be championed by you. Today, because you have relied on the constitution that which was here by a regime that oppressed the Gambian people, you backed on that to stay for a third term. This is unacceptable to the Gambian citizenry, as a sign of frustration and desperation from a citizenry that sees its country heading towards the wrong direction, where we want to correct you as a leader that have brought immense development to the Gambian people. Build roads, reduce traffic, strengthen women. President Barrow has done a great deal of work. But if President Barrow steps beyond the borders, beyond the boundaries, to push the Gambians for a third term, he has insulted the entire National People's Party, that no competent person exists to replace President Barrow in his party to allow a level playing field for a multi-party contest in the Gambia's democracy. And the people of NPP, together with President Barrow, will connive to suppress the will of the Gambian people, to take the Gambian people back into a dictatorship. This is unacceptable. And now the Gambian people must speak in a collective voice. And this has to go to all the opposition leaders, that this time around, there is not a multi-party contest. The Gambia failed to have a new constitution to renew its democracy. Now you must speak together in one voice for the Gambian people, to the president and to the world, to show him that this no longer is not a level playing field for a multi-party contest, but we must come together to ensure that the promises of the previous coalition are met, and that the Gambia is preparing for an equal playing field for a multi-party contest. This is the sole aim of PAC coming together, starting that national conversation. We did say that, in fact, the coalition talks must not begin in January, but must begin before January arrives, because you cannot fatten your pig on a market day. If we want to collectively show the leadership and awaken the entire Gambian people, let us make it a habit of standing with the truth, understanding that we are a fragile nation, that people cannot even stand and protest here. You, the Gambian people, gave us that power. You gave us that power to stand and protest. Solo Sandeng had died for electoral reforms in Westfield here. A decade later, Solo Sandeng's dreams have not been met. The diasporans cannot vote. There is still no electoral reforms. We are still banking on the 1997 Constitution, a constitution designed to instill power to a few people, to enable a country where executive power becomes almost dictatorial. This is not the Gambia that we dreamed of. So, Honorable President Adama Barrow, if you are listening, I feel that there is thousands of competent people in your party. Allow the Gambia for a multi-party contest. A third term is not something that the Gambian people want. And this is why we call upon the opposition to unite, so that you can reflect within yourself to understand that time has come when you have to put forward your resignation and no longer contest, and you will be hailed as a hero in this country. But if you fail to do that, time will come in this country. We all know the disrespect that comes from the Gen Z. For us, the millennials, we are good. So do not erase the goodwill that you have created in the Gambian people, and do not make yourself a fool to the Gambian people. For the people who are close to you, they will want you to stay. But you as a president will continue to be paid by the Gambian taxpayers' money until the day you die. That is the greatest honor we can give you, Your Excellency. So we urge you to hear the plea of the Gambian people and do not contest for the 2026 election, so that all of these efforts that we are making here will no longer be part of the discussion. The Gambia will be free for a multi-party contest. But if you insist, this movement will do everything that we can in our power. We will strengthen the democratic processes. We will reach out to our partners, our allies, and all the opposition parties that so be exist in this country. That this time around, the 2026 election cannot be among three people. It must be among the Gambian people and the National People's Party. Let us see who really represents the people of the Gambia. Thank you very much.
It's important that we digest what's been said so far. We are smoothly moving to the Q&A session with the media. The mic will be going round to the personnel, the people from the media. If you have a question, kindly give us your name and the media that you represented. We will also be allowing PAC members of the high table to, the question is directed to. If it is not on the high table, we have members down there who can also react to this and thank you.
Okay, my name is Isam. I've seen a strong desire for the opposition to form a coalition against in 2026. What is the point that I have noticed is how and who to lead the coalition. What is PAC position on that?
Okay, Kemo, you would like to respond to that? Or? Okay.
Shall I respond?
Yes.
Yes, so PAC is not primarily concerned with who leads the coalition. PAC is primarily concerned of the genuine need to come together. That selection process, since we say we are a civilized people, we are a democratic people, let's allow those democratic principles to allow for that leader to emerge within the coalition. Majorities can be there. You can have a majority here, but you have to always understand that majorities do not decide what is right or what is wrong. Your conscience does. So if every Gambian, every opposition leader operates within their right conscience for the interests of the Gambian people, they would know that definitely without a coalition, they would lose this Gambia to already a regime that has denied the Gambian people of a constitution. So with that being the state, what are they prepared to do for the Gambia? Is it that they want to propel themselves personally to be leading the coalition such that it affects the unity of people coming together, or would they put aside their differences? Would they put aside their egos? Would they put aside their personal ambitions for this Gambia to materialize into the Gambia that we wish? So we want to say we create an equal playing field. So that means that the person who should actually lead the coalition must not have any intention of running for office afterwards. It could be someone who is totally independent, but it could still also be, say, the majority of the people holding. It could even be somebody that we, the Gambian people, will go and resuscitate to say, look, even if you have leave politics, let's say people like Ali Fassal, we can revive them to come and put this coalition on a trajectory since they are out of the political realm. These are all possibilities, but it must come from conscience. It must not come from whether we have majority or we have less of a people or we are the most popular or President Barrow is going to lead. So there's all of these things running inside the head of the opposition. When there's a declining popularity of the presidency, everybody thinks that they are going to win. And this will cost them the ultimate victory that they are looking forward. So right now, it's not a war of who's going to lead, who has the upper hand. It's a conscience to save this country. And whoever must lead that must understand the sobering purpose that is bringing you. It's a sacred duty that this coalition is calling for. So whoever is there, we don't mind. We really do not care who leads this coalition. What we care about is that unanimous spirit of the Gambian people calling for change.
Binta, jërëjëf si sa laajte bi, but for now, li ma la mën a wax for free is that there is no stronger political party than PAC. I can tell you this for free. So loolu moo tax ñu ngi oote ñëpp pour ñu ñëw ñu join People Alliance for Change si suma biir wax naa ko ma ne buñ seet xeet buñ seet xas askan buñ even seet religion comme Kemo li mu fi wax PAC léegi amatul dara loo xam ne tegangum nañ ko si kaw taabal bi kii mooy nekk parti lii la loolu nekkul interest si PAC ñun suñ interest moo nekk ñu génnee Gambie fi mu nekk ni tey yóbbu ko si yeneen level boo xam ne ñun ñëpp loolu moo nekk suñ dream loolu moo nekkoon suñ xeex in 2015 te loolu la ñoo continuer waa di ko def I think I've answered your question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, next person. Yeah, please tell us your name very quickly. PAC members as well. Abubakar, just take the list round for PAC members who will want to react or ask questions. Get me that list sitting while this is going on. To ask questions, not registration. PAC members who will want to respond or ask questions.
My name is Yaya Song from Kenya. So far, I want to know how many political parties are ready to join your movement.
Yeah, I think Chair would like to respond to that. You have the floor, Chair.
Yes, thank you very much.
So
for now, like I said before, we have 13 to 15 political parties and movement who are answering who already answered our call as PAC. But as of now, I tell you here, there is nothing on the table. We are calling owners to come so that we can move it together. So that is our call for now. And see what's saying here, PAC is not a political party or a movement. PAC is it's a group who come together to see the necessity of the country today. So do the consultation, discuss with other parties or come together. We just unify people so that the owners can take charge. Those are the politicians. So our stand today, we are calling politicians to come and take charge. That's it. I think I will answer the question.
There is no way boo xam ne dinañ mën a fail si li nga xam ne loolu leen taxaw pour bañ a fail moo tax ñu génn depuis 2015 xaaruñ ba 2016 ñu doog a génn and then pour bañ a fail moo tax dañ ko put on a solid foundation boo xam ne ni comme niñ ko waxee certain party interest, certain movement interest. This is for the interest of the Gambia. So we are not the least expecting a failure in this. Thank you.
Depuis 2025. Reflect as far and wide within the youth fraternity. The youth, like I mentioned before, will not sit idle by. We will no longer be silent observers of our own future. If a coalition fails, they will see the candidate of the youth. Whether they like it or not, we will come as a representation of your failure to unite. And that will have to show the Gambian people, we are not coming to win, but to record in history, in the narratives, that this is what happens. It is not Adama Barrow, it is the Gambian people themselves, together with our opposition parties, that have led to this failure. So therefore, we, the Gambian people, will move emotion to turn the Gambia into a monarch, and not even allow Barrow 15 years, but to be pronounced king. Because that is what we show the entire people, that we insulted ourselves as a people, to sit here for more than 10 years and allow someone who came only for 3 years and later on went for 5 years and continue to stay for his own party. If we, the Gambian people, allow that, it will be the greatest insult, and the youth will not allow their names to be written in that part of the history.
If we see a big party here who have the same idea, we have, we'll go together. Interest of the country, not interest of the individual here. Our stand here is the interest of the nation, our country. So if whoever, any political party who have the same idea like that, we know that everybody is doing their like areas. The interest of the country, we are ready. We are there to do that. That's why we are doing consultation. The second question is, how many political parties is part of the PAC? How many political parties in the movement? I was saying here, these are 13 political parties, so 15 political parties, including the movement. So those political parties, I'm not mentioned here, they are already decided PAC. I say we consult those 13 or 14, 13 to 15 political parties. We already consult them. We have their consent. All right. And right now we are on top. We are on discussion. So that point, we don't let that point to come and disclose to see this SRS. We are telling people, the doors are open. People are entering. So if really we all see the interest of the country, all the political party or movement, they will come. Nothing is on the table right now. This is collective work. We want to move together, we want to do it together, we want to put everything transparent. That's why we are calling and we are waiting. So I think I answered your question.
Yes, okay. I confirm that now, but nothing movement or political party has been registered in universities.
Your question is answered.
Okay.
Thank you, brother.
PAC, personal, more than consume over the attack of political attack. If you look at come down more than me, there's more money. There will be news of all you go. There's a bit of money. But he more told them like a program. He said we have respect to see. Alpha Madi I tried to make a those days, we can be a political city move to come along. Originally, this is 100 years. So, Okama, the level platform of the governing Alpha among competent or I personal issues on attack. They'll go to as a body, or a group of the Nova, they'll all Gambians. So, come on, a political party, respect, and nothing need be Kaja, or nothing go. Fansum Kumkilim Nafa, no longer aside. Fansum Kumkilim Pati Nafa, no longer aside. Nefelani Kapla Italy Fandele, Atela Fandele, and you tell me Fandele. Minari Kemo or Focante, or the Inga from Yamokola, Inquires no failure, Parkman fail, Gabriel failure, opposition Gabriel fail. Ite dinyo you so ani muso ni tol makafna nyoma na gabe ko to di ko kono. So o bakela last option but man do na fawro. But kamo di gani no na lonko gabe tele tamu alfa le do nyaamu tam de do alfa bunya la so jen bunya ka tan dami to magabe no bi bunya de respect al president boro mo ya ko ya ko na ko mo di pray ko mo le ko makamala na banko dogu. We know government will come and government will go. So we believe for any people government will come. So the government will set up come here for 2026. Kabe be fatira government come. So Malta la wa group of is for the government game. Manna jam to special political party to attack them. Every political party will come today here. They are going to be competent. Now we base upon Sukunda Rome. This is not even going to be scientists. We need all those people in this government. So, in the interest of country, government, they all have role to play in that government. So, I think that one is clear in this particular way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
This is around.
that coalition, I can be very young. Mr. They have only one option, they are Europe. What is the master of after master of Nafari, every year someone did, every good amount of time, so, in a small Nafari, Master of Nafari, Master of Nafari, you want to know, but they all are the phone in the tableau. 50 camera on the carpet, and we will do my mama. I think the senior radio, I will interest of the whole country, the whole Gambia, by the capital basic for the Masakula. Means below a church of monarchies, I will those people there because already it's going to be transferred to clear the whole Gambia. So, I'm going to be
sorry, but lafta dumandil la fala je haketu. Ndol 2016 na kumul 20 sorry. So 2016 we learned a lot of lessons from 2016. So ngaji ki Gambian or in silo li lafta puta coalition of that. In many ka ko fenne if you
there has been in this political, insecurity because and then the polarization. Hulo bi ngiro ngayo dañ ci nekk torop so ñun dañoo oote mooy bu nga nañ partis yi ñëw they take ownership ñu seet koo xam ne baax na pour réew mi waaye in the event of a change wax nañ ko we have learned the lesson of 2016 that some of these frameworks that were built the mechanism that was built to govern after gars yi dañ ko bàyyi dañ wàcca yoon bi yesiloo bu la jëre so mota ñun paretuñ pour go back to those failures as they mentioned. All right, so what we will do, we will be very, very careful, and some of us will work on a framework. The frameworks will be there, they are the guiding frameworks. And our main aim also is we want to curtail the executive betrayal or the too much executive powers, because we've seen it. 2016, that's what we have. Instead of then focus on what they call a transitional path, the next thing is that there was too much politics with what happened. 2016, MPP was born before even the transition. So the one that we're going to select, let me make it clear. As we call for unity, we want what they call a national unity government. So that not political tala. We want these political vibes of, polarization, this type of so-called ethnicity issues. We have been fighting each other for no good reason. Gambia needs a political sanity, it needs a political tranquility so that our youths can get jobs, our youths can be focused. But most of the time, if you see most of our social media, the youths are always at each other because of politics. No, we're going to do that. And then to your question, we will build legal frameworks. Somebody mentioned here the Constitution. It's going to be a Constitution that has to be realized after when the 2026 is gone. So in short, competent people who are ready to do work. It's not about because I have my party, so Hamga, Dama get it from Fofuno to Cabo to pick. No. We have Gambians. Gambians are one of the most talented people in Africa, especially. Believe me. Yeah. Look at all the international listing you have Gambians. But this time around, it has to be competent, those who can deliver for Gambian people. Not the new feeding guru, because minister or director. We have seen West. At the end of the day, everybody is affected here. The reason why you are born out of frustration. Every time. So let me short it because I'm the time of this thing. But your answer is that loan more happened in 2016, management change. This time around, the executive, about the 3 years issue being an executive, we will have certain agreements with you before you step into this thing. And the partisan issue, as I say, competence matter. Yes, but again, you have to be directed anyway. It's short.
I greet every one of you, especially the media fraternity. My passion for this one is just to make some clarification, because the way we do reporting and how the messages are sent, sometimes it can be interpreted in different ways. So we want every message to be clear here. Someone mentioned that there is a message concerning about us not having a structure. It needs some clarification. Of course, we have a structure. Because without structure, we are not going to be here. This organization will not even happen. But then, for you to understand what we mean by that, we are just we just built up a structure, okay? And this structure needs some players to come and make it complete for us. So that's our stand as PAC. Of course, we have a structure, but we have an open door policy. Our doors are open. It's like a building has to start from somewhere, and someone has to start it. So this is just a wake-up call. PAC just came on board as a wake-up call to Gambians to unite every political players in the field so that we salvage our country. So I think this message should be very clear, and how our reporting also should be, the message should be filtered clearly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Lady Chan, can you please go forward?
But I'm not without we are 100% gene conscious. We have Christians and Muslims here, so different people you know that we are a lot of genes. Thank you.
It's exactly 12, I think. So, and it's Juma, so we've got to wrap up here. I will now allow the high table maybe to do their final reaction. And I will get Mr. Imam Musa Jallo, okay? Yeah, Musa Jallo will actually, Imam Musa Jallo will give us something, and the closing will be done by Mr. Dudundao, you will do the closing. And for the press and media, we appeal to you if you have any more clarifications, allow side interviews outside, so that we will not be here. So you have the floor.
We want people to come and take charge. We play a good role for the 2026, whereby everybody can see yourself. Everybody can see yourself as Gambian. So right now,
Whereby every Gambian to see yourself in the country. So it's not going to be easy task, but when you come together, it's going to be very easy for all of us. So what I'm going to send message to our media houses here, please let's continue to send this message correctly at the right time. Because Gambia right now, people sitting down there, you people are the eye of the country in terms of, sending message or bring news to people to other places. So that means you people are very, very important here. You're coming here, we recognize it, we thank people. Like my colleague say here, we thank people, certain things going on today, we will not know. So, urging you people to continue that job, the good job you are doing. This is for free. It's our country. One of my good brother, he used to say that one nation, one Gambia, one people. So that one should start from our own. So we have to just come the same line. We all see that now. One Gambia, one people, one nation. So I think I thank everybody. Especially I give big thanks to my brothers who are here. Our honorable lawyer Marty, we have our Imam politicians together, Ustaz Musa Jallo, who are present here, Honorable UK, Honorable Prof. Malo, Jomati, and other people. I cannot call names all, but really I want to call everybody to tell that people. These are the people who are pushing this until this level. We have our Honorable Kemo, who is the Ibrahima Sisi. So definitely we believe that we can do it if you people come and join. My final word of opposition for political party leaders, let's consider Gambians, our sick in hospital. We consider our women. Gambia really is so sad. This is the country we see ourselves. But we all know the mistakes were happening. So we all learn those mistakes. Those mistakes should be stopped 2026. We put our difference away. We see the nation, we see the country. We are just unified people or political party to come together. We give you to come and lead. We give you to come and rescue the country out from this. So definitely the call here is for you people. We know without you people it's going to be very difficult. So this is politicians, this is youth, this is women and women's couples and entire Gambians. Let's come together. We just put our hand in this. We start new day. We have new Gambia 2026. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much. My name is PAC Executive Committee. Today, what we the activity the organizing committee, most especially Mr. Ludu, trying to see organizing committee, the modern and the president, modern send invitation, directly tonight. You go to the government. Thank you very much, Mr. Ludu. The Lawyer Martin, our able chair, Mr. Jeng, our Secretary General, and also Swing Lady Bambi Alimatu, the Swing able chairman, Mr. Omar Barro, the lemon getting Jeff Cardi, the digging into Bambi of Fini, they pass Lulu intention, Lulu Tahaju, Gambia this window. So the most important thing is for us to come together. Gambia is bigger than any person who has a trophy. Gambia is bigger than any political party in this country. So the moment you have Lulu, we come together. Anything new to get the community come on. So the thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Imam Musa Jallo. Assalamualaikum to every one of you. Distinguished guests and esteemed partners, respected members of the community, and all the gentlemen and ladies there. On behalf of PAC, we greet all of you and we just deepest gratitude for your coming to this event. And the new people show out ourselves to the public space that Gambians of diverse communities and gender balance, of course, are here today as young Gambians from the First Manhattan they were here to come up for the initiative. Loo xam ne yaakaar ne mag ñi lañu si fekk si waaye ñu ko tàmbali we are starting it for the one and this is what Gambian people need. We lañ fuglu for the change that we are looking forward to in 2026. First of all, gannaaw moo nuyoo high table bi suñu leader si chairman and coordinator bi ay organizing team bi nga xam ne ñoo nekkoon ci liggéey bi ba tey xool bi nii ñu ngi wax ne rek lii nga xam ne mooy moo ñu fi dajale tey muy PAC nga xam ne tey dañu wax ne we are here uniting for a fresh start. Uniting for a fresh start nag loolu dina gën a fresh dafa miin ne dañu war a beesal dafa am lu fi nekkoon mu rotin wala mu yàqu even su dee lekk la sax bu yàqu ba kenn mënu koo def léegi ñu ne dañuy def fresh start boobu nag li ko gën a taxawal jóg PAC génn na dañ koy def mooy we see that there is a deep rooted need in the Gambian people to change. Foo dugal ci moto yi ci restaurant yi ci kër yi foo mun ci dem koo war a ñu ne lu fi nekk tey kon Gambia li fi nekk tey wax ko rek te defuñ dara du ko sootal kon li ñu war a def loolu la PAC jóg nii pour gisee mooy la indi ñëpp together initiate àndoo initiate bennoo initiate oneness ñu nga xam ne
ñun ñi nga xam ne bëgguñ li fi nekk ñoo ko PAC ñi nga xam ne ñooy defal li fi nekk kon dañu war a gisante fayal suñu boppam kon loolu moo tax ak yéen initiative bi koy ñëw xew li nga tey boo seet ñoo fi gën a sonn te ñii dañ leen war a bàyyi xel te nguur toppatoo leen nguur na leen yuus su leen soxlee su paree tegee leen boor kon PAC ba tey loolu yëpp dina bokk ci li nga xam ne li ñoo formé nii suñu ñëpp fekk see ëllëg si biir dinañ taxawal police yoo xam ne ñëpp dañ si gis seen boppam kon ñu ngi leen a gërëm man si génn di leen wax ne bu ñoo bàyyi kenn gannaaw te ma di leen fàttali ne hippopotamus suñu àndee si biir tool yi am nañu because dañ bugg a